Hello, this is Krisa and welcome to the video. So it has come to my attention that there is a blog, like blog as in blog, about social media. And I've read it and it's kind of interesting since we youth are very into social media nowadays. So without further ado, if you want to see my reaction, if for my reaction or opinion about it, then keep on watching. So, sorry. So, the writer of this blog said that Cameron Dallas has said that he learned the hard way in using social media because in using it, nobody knows what they're doing as the days go by. Social media has become part of our lives. Social media is a collection of online platforms and tools which enables its users to share and exchange information, ideas, and contents. And as for and she is also part of the youth, so as a part of the youth, the topic is very important in order for us to know how social media impacts us in some ways, most especially or most specifically rather our privacy and our mental health. So it is true though that social media, we don't know much about social media because every day, every time, from time to time, some new apps have been developed. So it's kind of really new. So we really have to learn it the hard way. So yeah, and then in here, there's kind of interesting to me because she stated the writer stated here that according to Amnesty.org, 74.3%, wow, 74.3% of the youth that they have surveyed said that they open their social media accounts more than they would like. Also, the youth that they have surveyed aged between 13 and 24 said that social media is addictive. It's true though because social media like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Reddit, and so on and so forth. It's very addictive, and yeah, and they said, and it also said here that a lot of them have voiced out that they are very concerned about their privacy since the social media platforms have these terms and conditions, or as they like to call them, technical language. And as for her, she also shares her own experience here, and she said that she agreed with all of them because she herself have gone through it, but have no choice but to sign up because this is a way of communicating to her family and friends, and it's kinda no, not kinda, it's true because nowadays, especially during the pandemic, we all switch from face to face to online. So most of the time we use our gadgets, we use our social media platforms or social media accounts to communicate because that is the only way. And ever since these platforms got introduced to everybody, as the days went by, people have switched or and they more wa- they wanted more to use the social media, or sorry, they opted to use social media more than to talk in person. And I also really do agree as well with the survey or um the surveyors or the youth that Amnesty.org surveyed because it is really true, especially now that we are in school as well. We use it for education, to communicate with our friends, schoolmates, blockmates, professors, and so on. And yeah, and then this technical language or terms and conditions really is something that I also have to agree, because that I have no choice but to sign up, because again it's kind of hard to, or honestly it's really hard to read it all, since there's a lot and some of it is very hard to understand. So it it's very concerning as well, because again we don't know what's in that, because we opted to just scroll down and agree. So yeah, and then next is she also uh or the youth have been worrying about specifically, or another thing that the youth have been worrying about specifically here in our country is the constant red tagging, or this is where, you know, I don't want to like say anything anymore. I'm just gonna base here in the blog, and which said that this is very concerning not only to our mental health but to our privacy as well, because targeted individuals have been attacked, harassed, or worse, killed. So this is very concerning, because there's a life that's on the line. So it's really hard to trust anybody these days. Like you cannot trust anybody these days anymore. So yeah, it's kind of really hard to use social media nowadays. So in line with that, the said organization, or Amnesty International, has called on for a ban on targeted advertisement, wherein they call out governments to ban these social media platforms to track profiling of their users with the use of advertisement, and also calling to them to turn off their manipulation and stop spreading wrong and misleading news, as well as the spread of hateful posts, and calling to the government to let people be in charge of their social media accounts. So it's so true though, because of, there are some news on different social medias, especially for, in my opinion, on Facebook, wherein some of it's wherein it's hard for you to believe anything that you see online, because you don't know if it's really true or if it's reliable from a reliable source or not. And sometimes it causes more mess and more problems, more confusions and all, other than solving such problems that, you know. And then it's true though, I have to agree that the government should let the people be in charge, because it's their account after all. It's not the government's account, it's the people. So they really have to do that. And yeah, so another thing is that one respondent of Amnesty International said that, I quote, which quote, I feel kind of stuck and unconsciously obliged to check it way more than I want to. End of quote. So this only means that many young people felt the obligation to check their social media on a daily basis, since most of our friends, family, acquaintances have social media, and sometimes this can be too much, especially when we see celebrities, influencers who post their lifestyle, and it influences some of us, which can lead into unhealthy practices. So she examples here a celebrity, and it's Khloe Kardashian, and I forgot. I know this other example. I know her, but I just can't think of her name. She's also like personalities. I guess you could say influencer as well. I don't know. And it's true though, because me myself, also. Like every day, the moment I wake up, I just check my phone, check my Messenger, Facebook, Twitter, or TikTok for any new videos or any news, any just to check on my account. And I do that. I have to be guilty about it. So yeah, and also here she said like, with the celebrities and influencers, it's true because a lot nowadays, a lot of celebrities influencers, they post a lot of pictures that they have this hourglass, their picture perfect lifestyle, and sometimes it really can lead into unhealthy practices because some of us, I mean, who doesn't want a great body or have a good lifestyle, but sometimes it's not easier than we think. So it's yeah, it really is very effective or very influensive. I don't know if that's the right term, but yeah. So change of camera. So this is just a phone camera since napull yung other camera ko. So with this, she concluded her vlog with a paragraph, and then she said here that with this, you can say that social media is very influential in our everyday lives. Also, social media is something that we cannot ignore, especially nowadays since this is already in our lives. And to further conclude her blog, she quoted a statement from Shawn Mendes where he once said that there's so much negativity on social media, I don't want to add to that. And she thinks that we should use social media moderately and responsibly. I think this is very self explanatory, so I won't really um, discuss it anymore. Um, Also, although I have to emphasize what her last sentence, because it is true that social media that we should use our social media very responsibly and moderately, because anything that is too much is dangerous, so we should use it moderately. And also we should be responsible with what we do social media because it's a dangerous place. So I hope you learned something from me. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.